the setup has a lot of things that could happen, but they don't happen. But of course, what are the players going to do? They're going to probably veer it into some other territory, or the GM's going to decide to make something happen.
Or how did you get into the situation?
Right, exactly.
So it's kind of a smooth end.
So the way this scenario is set up, this is called Auntie Knows Best. You're wandering through the swamp. You need a swamp, so he drops 2 swamps down. A lot of fallen trees and things. I'm throwing this out there just to show you, to remind you. This doesn't go to any specific scenario. It's just a tree. It's one of the best ones. You throw it down, people hide behind it, they pick it up, they throw it. I really like throwing fallen trees into swamps specifically. But eventually, you're going to come across a dead body. And we've got a little blood spattered, we got a little dead body. And when you search this dead body, you're going to find an eye that's like a magic artifact. And that eye lets a hag start watching you. And you find a note to the other person that was looking and doing a mission for this hag. And it says, please find the boys, and I'm watching you. Right? So as you possess this item, it connects you to this hag. But the hag's not in this scenario, right? You're just now going to follow the note and do what it says, which is to find the boys. And the boys turns out to be a giant flesh golem of 3 different people stitched together. Okay. So the boys is one guy, but he's 3 guys.
Classic fairy tale story.
Yeah, there you go. We all remember when we were children, the boys, the flesh golem that was stitched together.
I remember the first eyeball I found. It was the best day of my life. I became a man that day.
So the scenario, it just all the possible things that could go wrong or go right as you find this giant flesh golem and lead him back to the hag. But you don't necessarily fight them. And in fact, the way the scenario is written, you don't fight them. You just find it. But it introduces you to the hag. So again, are the players going to fight the hag? Maybe, right? Yeah. So we made a hag. We definitely want some of these items, these things. But the scenario is written isn't a fight. It's just like a tie-in. Where this little eyeball is actually like a tracking spell.
Right.
So now the witch can watch you and can follow you, and it can learn what you're seeing, and of course, you're going to be guided toward this giant flesh golem.
If it were up to me, I would leave it up to the players whether or not they want to fight the golem.
Yeah.
And then or if they return it to the hag, then the hag's like, okay, cool, kill him.
Sure.
Kind of a thing,
Any number of things. So on the one end, we want to support the scenario as written. On the other end, we're like, well, we definitely need to make a hag.
Yeah.
We definitely need to make sure that whatever can go wrong, you have support for. So we threw some of the extra components in. But yeah, as written, it's pretty straightforward. Then you're going to later find the Auntie and, I don't know, bring her boys back home.